Welcome to the Polyvagal breathing practice series. In this series, we explore an aspect of the vagus nerve and partner that with the breath practice. In this video, we're looking at the cranial sacral aspects of the nervous system. In other words, as above, so below. Whatever's happening at the top of your spine is reflected at the base of your spine and on down into the tailbone. So as we're beginning our practice today, I invite you to set your seat. And setting your seat, it's like flipping out your tuxedo tails as you sit down at the piano bench. Or perhaps it's like flipping out your penguin tails, if you prefer bird feathers, and sitting down. And as we're properly positioning the sits bones, it sets up the room for the whole system to be in alignment, and especially for the brainstem to be aligned in the cranial base. So I invite you just in a practice to see how that is for you. Go ahead and tuck the tailbone under and see what happens to the organs. See what happens to the shape of your spine. I feel a C coming in here. I feel contraction around all of my digestion organs. I feel this breathing in this higher lobes of my lungs. I feel tension in my neck and shoulders. See what happens for you. And then go ahead and set your seat. See what happens with the organs, with the top of your spine, with your shoulders, with your jaw. And go back and forth a couple more times. Just notice what happens as you tuck the tailbone and as you set your seat. And then with a soft jaw and soft eyes, just take 30 seconds here to breathe. Just a couple more breaths. And also when there's tension in the sacrum, the tension can go all the way up the spine and right into the head and the neck, right into the jaw. And so let's go ahead and tense up the sacrum. And oftentimes in the freeze posture, that's a place that we contract. So when under stress, that's a place there's a lot of tension. So tense up this sacrum and lower lumbar, lower part of your back. And then I'm going to invite you to soften the sacrum. And softening the sacrum, one way to think about that is like sitting on a balance ball and having that mobility there. So it's both immobilizing the sacrum and the lower back and soften like butter melting. And go ahead and tense the sacrum and see where you feel the tension in the body. I feel it in my abdomen and my solar plexus. I can feel it in my jaw and up here into my neck. And become aware, like with that tense sacrum, what is it like to look left or right? Like I have to move my whole body to look left or right. So as we soften the sacrum, there's more mobility in all the digestive organs with that. And also more mobility for our head and neck. Okay, so you just feel that mobility that comes in with softening the sacrum. So now putting it all together, we're going to set our seat and feel that alignment. Soften the sacrum. Have that sense of mobility for all of the organs. It's like they're playing their own symphony. So some mobility in there. And go ahead with that and breathe. And then just any gentle motion that feels good. And movement's really key relative to cueing the system for ease. So this place of the movement in the sacrum and the spine cues all our organs for more ease. So I hope you enjoyed our practice today. And just keep enjoying the experience of trying this out in the neurobiology lab of you. Anytime you notice there's a sense of fear in your system, see what's going on in the sacrum. Is there tension in the sacrum? Soften the sacrum. Okay. So any place you can feel that, you come into that narrowness and then soften back out. Come back into narrow and soften. Soften the sacrum. Enjoy your practice. Take good care.